Barça, Barça.
Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barça, the home of everything Barça, where we are going to be discussing on some fresh updates. We are going to start with Leeds United winger Raphinha, as it has been reported now that Leeds United are making things very difficult for Barcelona with two release clauses in the winger's contract. Of course, Fabrizio Romano just recently gave an update on that, saying that the player has two release clauses on his contract, which have made things complicated for Barca somehow. We are going to be discussing much on that report as we move ahead. Then secondly, talking about injury-prone defender Samuel Umtiti, it has been reported that the Barcelona centre-back is set to return in 3 weeks. We are going to be discussing much on that as well. Then lastly, we are going to be talking about Aston Villa boss and Liverpool legend Stephen Gerrard, who have recently given some nice words about manager Xavi Hernandez. Of course, speaking after the game between Barca legend versus Liverpool legends in the weekend, the former Reds captain Stephen Gerrard has hailed the appointment of Xavi Hernandez by saying that it was a masterstroke from Barcelona. We are going to be discussing much on that as well. So guys, as we get right into those stories in much detail, please endeavor to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end.
Barça, Barça, Barça.
Raphinha plays a key role in Xavi's plans at Barcelona next season. The head coach is desperate to improve the ranks on the right-hand side of the attack, with the Leeds United forward emerging as the ideal option. Recent reports suggest Leeds United are set to make it difficult for Barcelona to attain his services. They are expected to demand 75 million euros for him, which is the exact value of the release clause embedded in the Brazilian's contract. However, Fabrizio Romano has recently delivered an update on the future of Raphinha. The reliable Italian journalist has revealed the attacker has two release clauses in his contract. While Raphinha's actual release clause worth 75 million euros can be activated in the summer, the figure only applies if Leeds manage to return their Premier League status next season. If the Whites fail to remain in the top flight, they could be forced to offload the Brazilian for a fee for just 25 million euros, which is the value of the player's second release clause. This could serve as a massive boost for FC Barcelona, who are confident of signing Raphinha. They have reportedly reached personal agreement with the player's agent Deco back in February, and it appears Barcelona are only playing the waiting game. They are aware of Leeds United's precarious situation, and the Yorkshire outfit currently embroiled in a relegation battle. With 29 points on the board, Leeds are far from safe, and despite securing back-to-back wins under Jesse Match, they are bracing themselves for a difficult month ahead. It will be interesting to see how Raphinha fares during the final phase of the campaign. He hasn't been in good form lately, but his trickery and pace on the flanks could make life difficult for the opposition during the last 8 matches of the season. Then on to the next story of discussion. Defender Samuel Umtiti is expected to return to full fitness in 3 weeks, almost 3 months after suffering a fracture in the fifth metatarsal of his right foot. Umtiti's Barcelona tenure has been haunted by extreme injuries, and while he has always managed to come back strong, the sort of sheer uncertain future now hangs right on his head as we approach the summer transfer market. There is absolutely no denying the fact that Barcelona will make some investments in defense, and with Andres Christensen all but confirmed, Umtiti along with Clement Lenglet will have to find a new team in order to stay relevant. Good thing for Barcelona is that the defender who extended his deal in January 2022 in order to accommodate new signings is tied with the team until 2026. This gives Barcelona the leverage to demand a significant transfer fee, which in turn will be used in bringing summer reinforcements. Barcelona's intentions regarding Umtiti's extension was never to acquire his services in the long run. On the contrary, it was only to register a certain Ferran Torres. And despite the renewal, there are no guarantees whatsoever whether he can replace any of the first-team regulars in the starting 11 once he is back to full fitness. Samuel Umtiti, of course, winner of the 2018 FIFA World Cup, has made a solitary appearance for the team this season despite being fit for the most part of the first half of the season. Hence, the signs are pretty much clear. As of today, the defender is continuing his rehabilitation at the Ciudad Deportiva Joan Gamper under the supervision of the club's medical experts. As reported by Sport, he is expected to return in mid-April, but it remains to be seen whether Xavi will in fact use his services during the business end of this season. On a personal level, his desire has always been to play and settle in Barça, but he understands the situation is very, very tough and one can expect a firm decision at the end of the season. Indeed, a firm decision. Of course, Samuel Umtiti has no place in this team. It has really been a matter of when will Umtiti leave the club. He did a very good gesture, I must admit. Of course, Ferran Torres' registration in La Liga was made very easy by that gesture from Samuel Umtiti. We quite remember he extended his contract and deferred his payments for about 4 years, I think, which really helped the club to register Ferran Torres very easily. It gave some space in that wage bill, but that was not a guarantee. That was not an extension of keeping Umtiti up to that very point in time. That was not the case. But of course, it is very, very likely that Barca decide to cash in on him, because for him staying until next season would be a waste of financial resources for Barca, paying his salary, which means he will still be in the books of FC Barcelona. So when we look at Barca going in for some defenders in the summer, Umtiti's role is significantly dropping and he will have no use or no place in Xavi's plans from all indications. So it's very likely that Umtiti will leave, as many people are expecting that he's the top candidate when it comes to the departures of FC Barcelona in the summer. Then on to the final story of discussion. Speaking after the game between Barcelona and Liverpool legends, former Reds captain Steven Gerrard has hailed the appointment of Xavi Hernandez as the manager of the Catalans first team. Xavi took over the reins at Barca in November last year, coming in as a replacement of Koeman. After a torrid start to the season, Xavi has done a sterling job so far, bringing back the Barca identity within the team, while leading the team to some eye-catching results. Indeed, Barca trashed rivals Real Madrid 4-0 in their most recent encounter just prior to the international break, and Steven Gerrard has lavished praise on the former midfielder, insisting that the decision to appoint him as the manager was a masterstroke by Barca. He said, "I think the choice of Xavi was a masterstroke by Barcelona. He is someone who has Barcelona in his DNA and who was a world-class player for so many years. He knows the style that everyone around Barcelona wants to see. And after a difficult few years, they seem to be getting back to where they need to be," Gerrard added. So those are the words from him. Under Xavi, Barca have moved up third place in La Liga standings, while they have also booked their place in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Europa League. The team are playing an eye-catching brand of football and have been scoring goals for fun as well. There have been a lot of progress achieved by the Catalans since the former midfielder was named manager, and Steven Gerrard insisted that he's happy to see Barca do well. He said, "As a Barcelona fan from afar, I like to see that they are doing very well," the Liverpool legend, who is currently the manager of Aston Villa, admitted. As for the game between the Barcelona and Liverpool legends, Barcelona emerged 2-1 victors thanks to goals from Giovanni Silva and Rivaldo, while Gerrard was on target for the Reds. So callers, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please make sure to do so you always stay in touch with the latest in FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.